down, down, up, up. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mechamac. This is Let's Play the Sexy Brutale. Last time I recorded the finale. Unfortunately that recording corrupted just as I tried to save it, so we've got to go over this again. For a start, if you happen to save sixpence here, the blank cartridge slides in easily. The blank will be the next shot. You don't get the cutscene of him knocking out the staff member with a brass candlestick. Instead, you get what normally happens when you save someone you've already saved. There is something here. There's more to the chapel than I knew. I should have guessed. Look for where you can use your powers. See through the facade to the truth behind. So yeah, the bloody woman will show up and give you a hint on where you have to go next. Although, given that this area was unlocked by the heart ring that you got from Eleanor, and that was clearly plot relevant, there's really nowhere else that you could be looking. The other hint is if you use the lighter and chat with the person who gives you the King of Diamonds, or rather the ghost that gives it to you, he was close all along, you know. Mr. Sixpence, that is. Just got a bit mixed up. This place does that to you. Empty with a smell of wine. A marble altar with two heavy brass candlesticks. The window is magnificent, but it creates a deep sense of unease. Somewhere we can use our power. Sixpence looking the wrong way. Well, we broke the music. Well found, Boone. Please, come join me. I cannot control you. I cannot make you part of my world, not truly. But perhaps once you see, you will decide for yourself whether or not this world is the right one for us. This is Lucas Bonds, the Marquis of the Sexy Brutale. Lucas. My Lucas. I have brought us all here to judge this man, or rather to sentence him. His guilt is not in question. You don't understand, please! He's a good man. We shall see. Boone, watch carefully. There's time, still plenty of time. It's expenses calculations after all. The explosives are all primed. Everything will go off at once, the stroke of midnight. A garden full of my guests safely outside by then, and a garden full of witnesses to clear me of any wrongdoing. It's risky. But the insurance, it's new life for Eleanor and I. Something a little less extravagant this time. His guilt is not in question. You're practically an ace attorney prosecutor. Lucas. My Lucas. Please, he's a good man. Heavy. Sixpence, I'm afraid I rather lack your finesse. I don't want to see this. He'd be very disappointed, old chap. He'd have done a much neater and smaller job. Oh, where am I? I think I must have left them in the other room. Yes, you turn your face away. How easy for you. How easy to look the other way. I'm the one who has to keep everything together. Is it perfect? No. But this is what is right. This is closest to right that we deserve. Please, he's a good man. My beautiful mansion. I will miss you so dearly. But you are also a gamble, and not one that has paid off. This house is not always winning, and you are a luxury I can no longer afford. It's time to cash in the check. What was that? Oh my god, no! Fire! The theater! But how? The casino! No! No, 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 no! The timer? Did I do something wrong? No, how can this be happening? I have to get out! Ellie! Ellie! No, no! Oh my god, what have I done? And now we find the source of breaking glass every day. He survived that fall. A little bruised, somewhat broken. But he lived. And there you have it, Boone. This man set a fire in his own mansion for nothing more than the insurance. The guests in the mansion, they didn't truly die to giant spiders or demon fish or crushing cages. They died in the fire that this man set. I have kept this mansion running, embellished the deaths, added some flair, but this is the man truly responsible for the deaths in this mansion. This isn't everything, you don't know. It is more than enough. We will wait, Boone. If you can figure out if you wish to save this man, then go ahead. I will not stop you. Your pocket watch ticks in perfect unison with this clock. So coming up here automatically sets the your home point as the clock tower itself. And these two actually have a lot to say, but they also randomly scroll through it, so I can't guarantee I'm gonna see everything. First of all, what do you have to say? Please, he's a good man. We've been here for so long. We gain nothing from this. Nothing. Please help him. I love him. I don't want him to suffer. There is a way to end this. I've done all I can. I have nothing more I can give. He did this, Boone. She would destroy all that we have left. If you stop him, then what? What do we have left? Think! Look at him. Think! Think of what he did! They are dead. All of them. They were real, and because of him, they are gone. She would have us forgive ourselves. For what? How dare she? Yes, torment. Yes, suffering. This is the price we pay. That I pay. Without me, there would be nothing. Is that what you want? The mansion is gone, but I have made it whole again. Yeah, draw your own conclusions from what you heard there. We've got a short amount of time to look at this. A violin for practice, and then he's back already. It's the second time he gets out of the room that gives you time to look at everything else in it. No more, no more. Another thing that's a bit interesting and random is what they'll say later on in a bit. The dialogue they say, just look at him, it disgusts me. He's a good man, he is. Yeah, that part is actually random. It looks like Sixpence's handiwork. Pieces have been taken from it. An enormous clock looming over the mansion. The gears are impeccably crafted with the distinctive 6 pennies logo stamped into the metal. Lucas. Hi, Lucas. My beautiful mansion. I will miss you so dearly. But you are also a gamble, and not one that has paid off. This house is not always winning. You are a luxury I can no longer afford. Time to cash in the check. Yeah. Interestingly, if you'll watch the clock right now as this whole thing happens, I mean, yes, we know that in exactly 1 minute, or just about that, he's gonna jump out the window, crash the glass, and we see his body fall in the mansion bed. But because because everything is over in just this, okay, that's a slight glitch. He's kind of vanished. I'm also not allowed to crawl back down, but I just want to show what happens when the time runs out a lot faster, and that if you do reach 4:30 once more perhaps, yeah, Gold Mask will reset it, because obviously there's no interest to be had from a tower burning for, well, yeah, almost 8 minutes. Also, there's a heartbeat if you get close to a room that's occupied. Kind of cool. not much of a warning sign though, since you've also got the mask on fire and the red glow. That's a pretty good warning. Ledges showing the casino operating at a loss. No more, no more. Do you remember how Trinity loved candied almonds? Do you remember Orum's face when he first tried the chef's chili sauce? A Bible. The inscription is from Lefcadio. The little statue was carved by Trinity. It's a strange clockwork device, ticking away, and since we know that it was cannibalized from one of Sixpence's works, we can set the clock to it. And now, when we restart the day, we start out here. The answer is in this room somewhere, surely. A replica of the sexy Brutale. The location of the fireplaces have been marked on it with flags. These appear to be incendiary explosives. Orum's wire cutters. It's a strange clockwork device, ticking away. Now, you can duck into this dresser if you need to. If you want a proper view of the room when the Marquis comes in. Because he's still... well, I don't even need to explain that. We've seen him, his mask attack us. But you can't hide in rooms when you're being attacked by masks. So if you're having trouble, or rather if he walks in and catches you unaware, you can just duck out this door. The view from the window stretches out into the distance. You are reminded how beautiful parts of this place are. There's no going back now. Honestly, the challenge here is more deducing that you can use the clock rather than how to prevent this little murder, because all you really have to do is A. Go over to Orum's wire cutters, which don't have that interesting of a description, just a small pair of golden wire cutters. Engraved with the letters LB, engraved with the letters LB, blessed by Eleanor Bonds. But yeah, we just do this. Wait, this wire is cut. Who? Wait, this isn't right. The timer. I made a mistake. This would have gone off early. My God. Boone. I think we can forego having the masks chase you, Boone. There's no need for that. Not anymore. Not here. Lefcadio! What are you doing here? Please, you have to leave! This... I can explain... rather, I don't imagine I need to. I'm sorry, my old friend. I should have told you, but you can be rather proper, no? I'm going to burn this place down. You know I love this place. It's everything. But I love her more. We have a child on the way, you know? And this mansion, the costs, this sheer drain of it. I'm not the young reckless gambler I used to be, Laffy. I thought you'd be proud. I've locked those demons up tight. No more chasing the high stakes for me. Although I'll admit this plan was somewhat thrilling. But I timed it so everything will detonate once everyone is safely outside. There is one of these devices in every fireplace, and the fireplaces are all connected. But no one will be hurt. But then it's the darnest thing. This wire here was cut. And I just noticed a rather terrible mistake. I think if it hadn't been cut, everything would have gone off early. I can't imagine what would have happened. You see? He never meant it. He never meant to hurt anyone. Please, please stop this torture. Eleanor? Is that you? No, he did not intend, but he acted. And they died. They all died. He killed them, Boone. He killed everyone he cared about. His friends, his own wife, his unborn We don't deserve to be forgiven. They don't deserve to be forgotten. Don't you see, Boone? This is how I keep them alive. This party, this day. This party, this day. I keep that agony fresh. I see their faces. I remember them. She would have us forgive ourselves. She would let us go. She would have you live. I am not ready. I will never be ready. Please, Boone. Boone. Everything you see in this mansion, it's the memory of a broken man. Reliving the nightmare of the night he murdered everyone dear to him. One terrible act that he has wished he could take back every second he has lived since. There is only one man responsible for everything happening in this mansion. Lucas. Lucas and Lucas. So plot twist. Look how old you have gotten, my love. It's time. We must go see him. Yep, they were all Lucas all along. It's been more than 40 years, Lucas. You've punished yourself long enough. You almost died when you fell. And it's been like you stayed alive just to make sure you suffered. You were hospitalized, near dead. You went to prison. But it still wasn't enough. You have suffered and missed us every day. We aren't here to forgive you, Lucas. You will never have that. We are gone, and we cannot say the words. You cannot ever know if we would say the words. But as much as you have hated yourself, you have always known one thing. In your heart of hearts, you knew that I would not have wanted you to suffer forever. One day, enough would be enough. Today can be that day, Lucas, if you want. If you are ready. You don't have to forget. You only have to forgive yourself enough to live. His very appearance is painful for me to look at, just as my appearance is painful for you. He is the king of this mansion. He's perhaps the purest glimpse into your soul, my love. Frail, ragged, alone, but beyond powerful. Enough rage and pain and grief to destroy and rebuild this mansion 100,000 times over. Trapped down here, watching his friends murdered over and over and over through these mirrors. He is king of this mansion, but a puppet king. It's time to release him from this torment. Take your mask, Lucas. It will return every aspect of yourself. Then, let us go. Let us all go. It doesn't mean you forget. I love you. There is one other option. Walk away. Use the watch. Turn back time. Let this party start again. We will all be here. Your friends will be here. Your mansion, your memories. You don't have to let them go. It is your choice. Do you want to restart the day? I don't think I've ever seen a reused menu asset with such weight behind it before. And since I'm not going to have a while to speak after I say yes, I've got to say it now. I don't think he quite understands how much... I mean, yeah, he talks about how much the mansion means to him. But did he ever think about how much it meant to all the others? Trinity and Clay met there. Red and presumably Grayson also met there and had a lot of fun. Kayla and Willow, Orem and Sixpence and Thanos all built that place from the ground up. Trinity put all those statues in there, and yet he just thought, I'm gonna burn it down for me and Eleanor. But that said, I think 40 years is enough. Nearly hit the wrong button. This place is yours, Lucas. It's horrible and broken and twisted. You don't have to be a prisoner here. I loved you. I loved you so much, and you loved me. I know you are sorry. I know it's not enough. But it is done. Let some of the pain go. Live your life. Goodbye, my love. Now we get multiple copies of ourselves. These may be just memories and figments of imagination, but it's still nice to see the last thing that they do is all simultaneously save every guest in the mansion. That would actually make for a kind of interesting little mini game or interesting final play, because you get to control a whole bunch of people from every clock at once. It would be quite a challenge actually. Goodbye, my love. Whatever I am, I'm always here. Visit if you want, but don't stay too long. It's time to make new memories. Time to live the life you still have. Time to move on, old man. And that was the Sexy Brutale. It's not a perfect game. I'm not sure whether I'd call it a really good game, because I don't know. Once you figure out how the puzzles work, there's not much to the game. Or at least from a gameplay standing. It's a pretty interesting story. And there's actually quite a bit of foreshadowing to the whole thing, like... Okay, let me think. In the very end, in the clock tower, there's two little tales, and I'm not just talking about how Goldmask is raving about needing to forgive himself and not wanting to let go, but just before Lucas jumps out the window, you see him do the cross your heart thing that Lefcadio is doing all game. And the other thing is, well, I don't know whether that's specific to the Lucas is Lefcadio twist, but he has the same animation you get whenever you're backing away from a burning door before you break that magic. And there's also the fact that his mask begins to smolder and catch fire whenever you're being attacked by one of the masks. The grief is just too much. It's definitely not going to get a sequel though. That sort of ending just doesn't leave ways for sequels. It's an interesting concept, a puzzle game based around time traveling to see things multiple times. Majora's Mask sort of did that, but that was an action-adventure game by Nintendo. This was purely focused on the puzzling. And characters have just enough character to them that you want to save them even though there's not much to them. Like, we know enough about Willow that we want to save her, but we don't know, say, what should I ask it? What sort of conversation she'd have with Aurum over her candles. We know that Aurum recognized the candle, but not what they talk about. And there are a few little glitches here and there. There are certain animations that aren't quite as smooth as they should be, like, well, for the one thing that I always remember is Kayla walking up the steps after you save her. And then there's also that glitch that we got at the end where Lucas vanished from his own punishment. But yeah, this is still a fun game. I'm glad I got to show it off. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to boost any sales for it, since once you've seen the story and the puzzles, there's not much to it. But still, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, take care. I'll see you all around.